Life after wedding. What next?
What next?
What next?
What next?
Marriage starts with glamour. Glamour and with help from outside.
Yes.
All right? Life of marriage begins the moment you say the grace after the wedding. How are you doing?
I'm well. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. And July is Julying.
It's July. Let me tell you.
The cold that is out here.
Hey, what?
I am wondering, kwani Kenya has become Limuru ama Kinangop?
No, you're saying as if those parts are not part of Kenya.
I'm like, those are the areas that they experience such, low temperatures.
Where? Because it's long since I felt this cold.
Yeah, and it's drizzling.
Yeah.
It's really, really cold.
Let's say now it's the real winter in Kenya.
Oh, it's winter.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know these international schools, they are on summer holidays. That's what I had.
Oh, okay. That's what okay. They're on holiday.
Right now, and it's summer holiday.
Okay.
So I'm like, what are they summering?
Wow.
Because in Kenya, it's winter. You know that they're going with the international system.
Right.
But now they're on summer holidays. But here, we are wintering.
Hizi shule za huku Geshagi. Sisi tunaenda August holiday. Wengine wakienda summer.
Nyinyi mnafunga shule hata mwendi holiday.
Sorry, we are sorry. Si tunafunga.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Anyway.
Wow, let's start off.
Yeah, welcome to T.U.G podcast. My name is Johnson Kibali.
And I am Kendi Kibali.
And
that is the queen herself.
Queen Kibali herself. Yep. And this is Kibali and Kendi Conversations. And today, we want to delve into a topic. Life after wedding. What next?
What next?
What next?
What next? Of late, we've been giving you like content hapa of our wedding, how we started planning the ratio, the wedding.
Yeah.
And it was all glamorous and, all planned.
Right.
But now we want to ask, or rather tell you, what next? What transpired? What next?
What happened?
What happened?
After the wedding.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you can watch our wedding video and our reception video. And also we made a video about who and what you need for a wedding.
Yeah.
I will pin all those links in the description so that you can go and watch all those episodes.
Yeah.
But today, let's get into this.
All right, and before that, let me tell our followers, or rather anyone who is viewing us, are you viewing us and you have not subscribed? Please, let's do this by the end of this video. Let's get to 500.
Right, please help us get to 500.
Wow, K. 500 subscribers.
Oh, you said 500K. Why not? We can get to 500,000, 500,000 subscribers. Absolutely.
I just said K.
Amen.
Wow.
And
Anyway,
we're getting
please
there.
just press that button.
Yeah.
Just press that subscribe button.
We're few people to 500.
Yeah.
So get us there. We appreciate your subscription.
Yep.
Right. So, what next after the wedding?
Wow.
Let me begin by saying, marriage starts with glamour. Glamour and with help from outside.
Yes.
All right? By this I mean that you start your marriage with a wedding. It's all glamorous. and everything, you are helped by people to put that together. The wedding, everything.
Yes.
You know. But it's for few hours.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
And after few hours, after the wedding, it's just the two of you. Then what next? You know? Because life of marriage begins the moment you say the grace after the wedding. After the reception,
Everyone has left.
Everyone has gone home.
Yes.
Now, marriage life is where now kicks in.
You're just left the two of you now.
You're just left the two of you. And probably, unfortunately, that's when the reality kicks in.
Yeah.
After the glamour.
Yes.
After VIP treatment.
Yes.
Now it's just the two of you. What next?
Now let me tell you. In my case.
Yeah.
In our case.
Yeah.
I think I started, you see the for better for worse? I think as for me, I started on the worst side.
Yes. I mean, you declare or you say your vows.
Yes.
And we say for better,
for worse.
And that very same night.
Yes.
Things are going the other direction.
Yes, that is what some of our friends, of course, do not know this about us.
Yeah.
But it was bad.
It was bad. Almost went to the hospital.
Yes.
Let me tell you guys, during our wedding, I was terribly sick. And remember, we did our wedding during
COVID.
So, and because of the symptoms of COVID and all that, I think I had COVID.
Ulikuwa na COVID.
And it was terrible.
Ulikuwa na
But if you watch our wedding video,
wow,
it would be very hard for you to notice.
Yeah.
Because that morning I said, this day I must enjoy. Because this is one of, I will not do any other wedding as this. I have never done any other wedding. This is the first and the last.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if it does happen again, it's a matrimony
or anniversary.
It's an anniversary. You know, that's not the same. So I purposed. I must enjoy our wedding.
But man,
that night
was sick.
I was.
This
terrible.
guy had fever.
Top.
I
was hot. I am breathing heavily.
Yes, he had labored breathing. For heaven's sake, who goes somewhere? Who goes with someone who is, literally fast breathing?
Right.
And
Right.
What?
So, and this is just our story. Probably we have people out here. Probably you can comment on our comment section.
Yeah.
Let's know, after the wedding, what are the challenges that you encountered? Probably that night or that subsequent week. So that was us. So you can let us know.
Or even the first year. Let's put it.
Well, yeah. So, yeah, that's what happened.
But all the same, I think you tried.
Yeah.
Because, of course, you took some painkillers.
Yeah. And you suggested that you should take me to the hospital.
Yes. But
I told you no.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go to the hospital the night of our wedding.
But you were sick.
I was terribly sick, but I wasn't imagining myself having come from the wedding and then ending up in the hospital bed that night. That's not what
an agreement with God. No.
Yes.
But by the way, I would, of all the things that you should pray for during your entire time of the things you're praying for your wedding and your marriage, is good health.
Top priority.
Good health.
Pray for your health. Pray for your health.
Because of course, if you're not there, then it means the wedding cannot go on. But I mean,
right.
that is something that people forget.
So for better for worse, in health and in sickness, we started with sickness.
So I was just there nursing someone.
Yes. So
after the wedding.
And remember, we have even honeymoon on our minds.
On our minds, and everything is booked.
Yes, everything is booked.
Everything
but
is
here,
booked.
Jama
The flight
is terribly
is booked.
Sick. Yeah.
I
Flight
mean,
booked.
The hotel booked. Everything.
Every single thing. And here, so this is when marriage begins.
Yes.
You know, you say it for better for worse, in sickness and health, in wealthy and wealthier.
There's someone who said
poverty no go be our portion. No. Yeah. That's when life begins. And remember, well, at least for those who have done a church wedding, this is the first time, at least because I know there are those maybe who have stayed together, but they come to solemnize their wedding. For those who have not stayed together, this is your first time. It is the beginning of learning one another.
Yes.
Now,
of course, after... Of course, now you've celebrated, you've gone for your honeymoon, you know, you've enjoyed yourself and all that.
Right.
Now you come back home to your home now to start the life of living together. Remember, this is someone as you've said, for the people who were not staying like together. Apart from the courtship and you meeting and all that, sometimes you can't know someone like...
I don't think you can know someone 100%.
Yeah.
Because you guys, well, you get to open up to one another. That's okay. But see, this is just learning one another on a table that's not in your house. All right? So you just meet, have talks and all that. And genuine ones, for that matter.
Yes.
But it cannot compare to when you have started living with someone.
Yes.
Because it's for we say it's for forever until death do us part. So that's when you get to know someone for real.
For real, the habits, the character, akikasirika, like, you know, these other times, anezamwa you meet up when he or she is happy.
Right.
You don't know the other side of this person. To what limits can this person go when they're angry?
Absolutely. And even when they get angry, they can. But they won't go to the extent of, you know, as in they don't want it to go overboard. Yes, they can get angry. They will get angry. But they will limit it because they want, there is something they want. All right? So, but when you begin to stay together, the true colors of your partner comes out. Yes. Their habit, their character, how they really talk, how they really reason, how they really think. Yes. You know? And it's just those things when you are together that really begin to shape your marriage. You know? Yes. Because during that time, there will be a lot of adjustments. There's what you're used to when you are living alone. There's what I am used to when I was living alone. Yes. So there will be a lot of adjustments that are not really comfortable. Because these adjustments means that you are getting out of your comfort zone. Yes. It's no longer about you. It's no longer about you. Here you are living, the two of you, and you really have to be very considerate to the other partner. Yes. Everything you do, actually. Wherever you go, you have to think. You have to be mindful of them. You know? Yes. You have to really think you know, when you're living alone, there are things you don't really have to give a lot of thought. You know,
yes,
I could say that when I was alone, I would say, I'm not going home early.
Yes.
And I would get home at any time, you know.
Without having to tell anyone.
Yeah. I would get into the house. I wouldn't decide whether to cook or I would decide whether to cook or not.
Yes, whether to eat or not.
Yes.
But here, someone has cooked. I mean, had that time in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So when you begin to stay together, there is a lot of adjustments that are getting you out of your comfort zone as a single person and begin to adapt to a marriage life.
Correct.
You know?
Yes.
Where you have to be compatible. Because compatibility again will happen, will begin to really be shaped and woven together when you are living the two of you.
Okay. So there was compatibility.
There was.
That time when you started dating and all
there
that.
There is.
Uh-huh.
But now the real the weaving or the knitting of this compatibility so that it's not stuck. It begins during marriage when you have started living together.
So it means if there was no compatibility at all when you started dating or courting, then there'll be a big problem during marriage.
A big one. And you see, during this time is when there is also different opinions.
Yes.
All right? So, when you are single, you used to have a one-man decision.
Yes.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Let's do. Let me do it. I mean, it was just a one-man decision. All right?
Yes.
But now when you begin to live together, different opinions will be on board.
Yes.
And you have to come to, how do I call it? You have to come to an agreement. A consensus.
Yes.
A mutual agreement.
Yes.
That, yes, this is what you say. This is what I say.
Yes.
How do we work
It's a we.
Through? Yes. It's not I. How do we? How do we make this work? And these are things that sometimes begin to bring conflicts where someone or one party would feel that I think my decisions should be respected, should be number one. You know,
yes.
And they don't consider the other opinion, the other idea. You know,
yes.
I think this is where some disagreements begin to come in. But you have to come to a place where you realize you're no longer alone.
Yes.
You have to come to a place where you realize that it's no longer everything that you say that is your way. You know, remember, the both of you are now adults.
Yes.
Living together.
Yes.
You know, and before you were living together, you are doing your things. I was doing my things.
Yeah.
So there was some sort of comfortability during that time.
Wow. And now, babe, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
As ladies, most of the time I've seen these, of course, through experience and through other people. Like when we ladies are almost getting married,
right,
we kinda are betterly placed when it comes to preparation of the mind. We even hold this like bridal shower things, like when you're talking to your fellow ladies, even like for example, your friends who are maybe ahead of you, or rather in the society. And even on the D-Day of the wedding, like a lady, you get so many people to talk to you about marriage, this is what is expected of you. As in, when you're getting into marriage, somehow, a lady is kind of prepared. Of which I feel like we are usually more prepared than men? Are men really usually prepared psychologically, and even what to expect and all those things and what to do when they get into marriage? Do you have such things?
Well, I think you guys have an advantage where, you guys do, you call it bridal shower.
Bridal showers,
Yeah.
yes. Uh-huh.
And, the topics that you discuss over there, at least yours has been there. And it has an objective.
Yeah, they are actually to prepare you, build,
Right.
Of course, you'll not go picking up everything that you'll hear in those showers. That's a disclaimer to the ladies.
Right.
It's just good. Pick what will work, you think will work for you, and go with an open mind to even learn from your own marriage. Don't pick up everything. But at least the aim is to prepare you psychologically for marriage, in short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least yours somehow it has an objective, and you're talked to about marriage. On the other hand, we have bachelor's party. Unfortunately, not many of those go down well.
Yeah.
Because even the places they are held, it's sometimes in clubs and all that. I am yet to see. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't seen it, and probably this is a good idea. I am yet to see bachelor's party, or it could be any other name, but where a Christian circle prepare the man for marriage. Like yours probably is a lot of peers and some maybe older ladies, not too old, but ladies you would be comfortable with. I would also think, would love to see this happen, where the man who's getting married and the peers and some older guys come together, and instead of bachelor's party, there's bachelor's something, just to advise them from a Christian circle. Yes, I know there are counselings and all that, blah, blah, blah. But I would love to see that.
But there is even the reality.
Yes.
And that for us, it's even not in the bridal. As you'll see, there is even our moms. Like for my case,
right?
My mom taught me, as in my mom talked to me. You see, when you go to marriage, there's submission. There's so many things,
Yeah.
But I feel in this society, ladies are more prepared. Matters into getting into marriage.
Yeah.
Than men.
And you see,
you experience, mostly you experience in your, like, unajipata tu na,
right,
which sometimes become a bit difficult for you guys.
Yeah. And I also see, even during the day of the wedding, the people who give speeches,
they concentrate on the lady.
They are mostly directed to the lady.
Yeah.
I don't know why
that too.
That happens. And I don't know why they don't realize that these are people who have now come together to live together. Mind
you, the man is ahead.
Yes.
I'm like,
so I'm wondering, well, yes, we know that, you are this man's helper, but as well, the man is the head. And therefore, I have seen a lot of these speeches during weddings where it's everything directed to the lady. Oh, take care of him. Oh, respect him.
Where is it? Someone, please come tell them also. Take care of the lady. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah. So much pressure. I usually feel so much pressure is
on
put
the ladies,
on us.
Yeah.
Back on my bridal party, I don't know whether the ones that were there can remember. To some extent, I was like, you know what, guys? Like, it's too much. Let me just go and experience it on my own because, like, I felt like it's all about the lady. Do this to your husband. There's nowhere that the husband is told, you know what?
Right.
Go love her, pamper her, do this to her. When she's tired, do this. Provide and all that.
Yeah. But on the other hand, I also think men are prepared, but not all of them. Okay? And sometimes there are those who want to get married just because they no longer want to live together, as in they do not want to live alone. There are those who want to get married because they are ready for marriage. They want someone to, to come in, get married to, and they begin life.
Okay.
Right? So there are those who are prepared. There are those who are not. There are those, when you're sort of prepared for marriage, there are a few things you know that you're getting into. But there are those who just get married without even having any idea what marriage is. And so they learn on the way. But there are those who are not able to learn on the way, and they are. They get out of it. So I think this all comes down to you as a man getting prepared for this lifetime commitment.
And knowing like it's no longer about you.
Yes, and knowing, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I think what next after wedding? A lot of learning.
Yes.
A lot of learning.
A lot.
Learning your partner. Learning how to be a husband. Learning how to be a wife.
Yes.
Learning how to protect, to provide.
Yes.
Learning how to submit. Learning how to, what makes him or her happy.
Yes.
What makes him or her sad.
Yes.
All these things. So what next after wedding is a lot of learning.
A lot.
A lot of learning.
Yes.
And a lot of adjustments.
Okay.
And you have to be aware of the discomfort of getting into this new environment. But of course, as you go along the way, you will get comfortable, because as you learn, you will get to know your partner well, and you get comfortable with each other. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah. So as much as it's the honeymoon period, they call it the honeymoon period, whereby you've come together, the lovey-dovey, and the hormones are up there, you feel this person is everything to you. As much as there is that, there is also the other side of, can I call it the uncomfortable side? Because of course, this is where you're learning each other. So pia kuna kukasirikiana mingi, Eco, and it is very normal.
Yes. And you see, maturity comes in how you handle such situations.
Okay.
When you get angry and when you're not happy with your partner, maturity will show in how you will solve that whole situation.
Yes.
And do not beat yourself up so hard when it's not working as you would think.
Yes.
Most likely the first year of your marriage.
Yes. And babe, I can say the first year of marriage, the things that I did, or rather the ones that maybe I was uncomfortable with during the first time of marriage, and maybe beat myself so hard and maybe kukasirika. Do you know they're not the same things that make me angry nowadays?
Exactly.
I think I'm past that.
Our first year in marriage was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough.
And it's the small things.
Exactly.
Very small things.
And later, when you look at these things, you are like, why was I getting angry? These are very minor things.
Yeah. Actually, the second year was like, wow.
Yeah, you're like...
you even laugh at yourself.
So, your first year of marriage most likely will be a bit rough.
Yeah.
Because you're getting to learn one another. You're getting to know one another. Our first year of marriage wasn't easy.
Yeah.
You know, there was instances of getting angry. There were instances of prolonged silence between us. You know, instances of feeling you don't understand me, you don't get what I'm saying. Instances, a lot of things.
A lot of things.
But as you continue, you get to know how to handle it, such that when it occurs again, it's not the same as you handled it before.
Communication is even better.
Communication becomes better. And I think when you have married your friend, things work faster. You know?
Yeah.
Because you're free to talk to this person. There is that, I don't know how to call it, but you are free with one another. There is easiness.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So, but again, you have to teach your heart, you have to teach yourself how to adjust so that you settle down in your marriage.
And also it's important to notice that this person also has a life.
Yes.
You know, this person has a life. This person has to go to work. This person has to go meet up with some friends.
Right.
You know, when you get that, I think things start becoming, a little bit easy.
And when we speak of learning one another, say for example, things that you like, things I don't, things I like, things you don't.
Yes.
And we are not saying that you change someone.
Actually, we said in our previous episode, you cannot.
Yes. We are not saying that you change someone.
Actually, babe, in marriage, they say you are the one to change.
Yes. Oof, that's powerful.
Yes.
Oh,
things
man.
that are not working, for us in our marriage, I should not change you. I should be the first person to try change.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And what else I can say is that marriage is not built only on love.
Yes.
It's built on wisdom.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's wisdom. So you put wisdom into it so that you know how to navigate some of these things.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so powerful.
Yeah.
And I wanted also to say that and adding on that, when we say that we are not saying that you change your partner, what we are saying is giving an example with ourselves. Say, for example, something a habit I have, or should I call it a character, or I don't know what to call it, that you had to adjust to, that you had to understand that is what I like sometimes. You know, there sometimes I want to, to be quiet, to be alone. Not alone like I'm going to the bedroom and no.
Just want your time. You just
want to sit and be silent. You know, as in I don't want a lot of things going on.
And here is your hyped wife.
And here is my hyped wife. I am an introvert. She is extroverted.
Yes.
And so, I'm here. I just want to sit, relax, and I don't want disturbance.
Yeah.
But here comes my wife. And, at the beginning, I might not receive it so well.
Yeah.
But along the way, you understood me. Like there are times that this guy want to just have his time, which is okay, and you have adjusted to that very well.
And you also adjusted to the fact that I want to talk, I want us to chat and all that. And
so
you
I have also adjusted to the fact that I cannot have that all the time.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
There are times I would feel that way, but at the same time, you feel you want to talk. So I have to learn that I have to let you in this space.
Wow.
You know?
Yes.
In as much as I want that solitude and that silence and all that, I have to let you in. And along the way, I have actually learned that it's better that way. You know?
Yes.
And there are things that, you know, you like. Probably I don't like the way you like them. So I have to adjust myself to respect that space and how to navigate into it.
Wow. You
understand?
Yeah, and also another thing, like when you, let's say for example, as much as we're saying like you can't change someone still, I think when you also communicate something you don't like on that person, don't keep quiet, don't keep silent if it's actually disturbing you.
Right.
Just say it. You know, you communicate like, babe, you know what? I don't like this and that.
Yeah.
Now you leave it to the person now to work on. If that person is your friend again, you know, they will work now on themselves and try to change that thing, or rather adjust to somehow what you like.
Yeah. Silence is one of those. One of the greatest things. No, not the greatest things. Silence is one of those things that really Satan uses to encroach into marriages.
Okay.
Because you are silent, I am silent.
So when maybe you have
so there are things you're thinking and there are things I'm thinking during our silence. And
when we've crossed
when we are when we are not in talking terms.
Yes.
There are things you're thinking, there are things I'm thinking. And of course, if we don't communicate our thinkings or our thoughts, then I will interpret your silence my way.
Okay.
You will interpret my silence your way, which most of the time is, you know, our interpretations are the opposite directions.
Okay.
You know? And this is what Satan uses to begin to bring his voice in that silence. Such that the moment you guys begin to speak, because see, you have not spoken for some time, others go even days, you know. And then the moment you guys begin to speak, because since silence began, you have piled up a lot of things.
Okay.
You have piled up anger. You have piled up a lot of questions.
Yes.
You have piled up a lot of defense.
Yes.
You know, the moment he begins to speak, I have my answers.
Wow.
So you have piled up a lot of these things.
Yes.
And therefore, the moment you begin to speak, because there has been a lot of that silence, a lot comes in.
Okay.
And conflict, most of the time, comes in after that silence.
Wow. So you advise people to speak up?
I advise speak up.
But now, you know, there are some people who resonate like, when I speak now, I might speak things that will never come out of your mind like forever. So let me just cool off first, and then we're going to talk about whatever we'll talk about later.
That's why I say it. Get to learn one another. And like you said, you adjust to me, I adjust to you.
Okay.
All right? So, yes, you have your character as a person. I have mine as a person. But we have to get to a point where we have to compromise all these things so that it works for us. In as much as, and well, I am not of the idea or this philosophy of saying, you know, this is how I am. You see, the I is still coming in a marriage.
Oh, wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
That this is how I am. That when I get angry, I do not want, how about you get to learn how to ease up your anger as you continue? Because you're not the first one. A lot of people have done it and they've become better.
Actually, it's doable. With time, I've realized
exactly.
It's doable.
So sometimes in marriage, you have to get out of your of these zones that you have confined yourself into.
Again, it's not about you. It's not about you.
It's not about you.
Yeah,
it's about the two of you. So in marriage, there is, when you are single, there were a lot of, this is who I am. This is what I, then that I. When you get into marriage, you have to lift yourself up above these zones, get out of these confines, and begin to sort of compromise for your partner. I don't even know the word compromise, whether it's the right one I'm using.
It's true.
But you get my point. You get what I'm saying.
Yes.
So one of these things, silence, I am of the idea that let there not be a prolonged silence.
A prolonged silence.
Yes.
Okay.
Even the Bible says, do not let the sun go down while you're still angry. Come on, man.
But you go
I know
to
it's not
bed
easy.
And,
I know it's not easy.
Sometimes it's not easy, by the way.
It's not. Because also, sometimes there are grievous mistakes that people do. And it's not easy.
It's not easy.
Understand. So, but it's all about working it out. You get. Of which, as you go along the way, you get to understand each other more. And your marriage becomes even more sweet, more better.
Yeah.
And all that. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think life after the wedding is the real one. Is the real one,
especially to me, especially the first year. You know?
The first year is usually quite tough.
Yeah, the first year is usually tough, but after that, I mean, it's just like friendship. Like there's someone who maybe knows the norming, the forming, norming, storming stages. You know, it's. I don't know. I don't remember how they follow each other, but it's something of the sort. Yeah, yeah. But when you learn one another, again, you said learning. Learning is a key thing here.
Yes,
you know. Yeah. After learning one another, then it becomes a little bit easier. Yeah.
So, and after learning, there are quite a lot of things like planning. Yeah, planning your life. Like. Say, for example, kids. Yeah. When do you want to have a kid? What are some of the investments that you guys are going to do? All these things come after the wedding. Yeah. You know, what are those financial decisions that you have to make, the two of you?
Wow, the two of you, by the way, there are bills to be paid.
Yeah, there are bills to be paid.
Yeah. How will you help one another? Just all those financial decisions that you have to make, the two of you. And that's another area where a lot of couples are not comfortable with to discuss each other's financial decisions or capabilities and all that. But the fact remains, this is a marriage. You have agreed to it. It's the two of you. Yeah. In as much as you would feel uncomfortable in some discussions, you just have to take it. Yeah, yeah. You know, because one of the things as well that sustains marriages, apart from prayers and all that, planning and conversations. You know. Yes. As in, those are things that also keeps the marriage going and keep it growing. Yeah, but most importantly, anchor it on prayer.
Prayer,
even
yes.
if things like you see like sometimes, let's say as ladies, sometimes you feel you even don't want to talk. Sometimes even submission becomes hard. As I said on the other episode, it is not easy.
Yes.
It is not easy
Yes.
to submit. You know,
Yes.
that is some. By the way, that is one of the most crazy things when it comes to what is there after marriage,
Right.
and after that D-Day.
Yes.
Submission is not easy.
Yes.
Ladies. But when you feel that pressure, or rather that voice telling you, you know what, I shouldn't even do it, just go to that your prayer corner and revive it. Tell God, you know what, I know it is not easy, but I can do this because your word says so.
Yes.
Yeah, it is his word actually that says so. So just go to that corner, pray for a renewed strength.
Yeah.
And surely God will see you through even in that submission.
Yes.
Yeah.
And anything that was or has begun by God has to be sustained by Him.
Yes.
Marriage is an institution begun by God. If it has to work, it has to be sustained by Him. It has to be led by Him.
Yes.
It has to be kept in prayer.
Yes.
It has to be communicated to Him through prayer.
Wow. Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So, sustenance of marriage, apart from the decisions that you're going to make, it is anchored and sustained through prayers. In addition, your decisions and your compatibilities, all these other things. But the primary thing, prayer. Yeah.
And maybe as you conclude also, babe, there is so much pressure nowadays when it comes to marriage and young couples. The internet is here with us.
Yeah.
So maybe an advice that I can give you, do not succumb to the pressure of social media.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Do not succumb to the pressure of how your friend's marriage is doing. Build yours.
And let me tell you.
When you get into that marriage, build yours.
Yes.
For example,
Yeah.
if maybe my husband is here, can afford, we every weekend we eat out, or do all those good things, is able to take me for holidays after every 3 months, well and good, your time is coming. If you're not yet there, that husband of yours maybe comes home early and decides to make you a very nice meal, very nice dinner.
Yeah.
There's someone else maybe mwenye angekuwa natamani that dinner, amezoea the night out, so anatamani, you know what, I would wish you to make for me dinner. So I mean, it's two way. There is something that your spouse does in a special way. So do not compare them with someone else.
Yes.
Yes. If my husband comes home and does this for me, appreciate that. If the other person is done for other things, let them also. Do not compare your marriage.
Yes.
Do not compare.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every marriage is unique. Thrive in your uniqueness.
Yes. Yes.
All right?
Yes. Yes.
What you are able to do as a couple in your marriage.
Yes.
Thrive in that and grow with that.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
Do not get pressurized by other marriages. What they are able to do and you cannot, leave it out.
Yes.
Just do what you are able to do as a couple.
Yes.
You get? So, and there are a lot nowadays, when you go on YouTube, there are a lot of couples nowadays, including ourselves.
Including us. Yes.
And there, you can get pressure. Oh, sijui gift number 28.
I know. Wow. Hey, you're like, wait.
And you're here thinking, it is my birthday.
My husband.
I haven't even heard happy birthday. Leave alone a gift.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, do not compare your marriage with other marriages. Every marriage is unique.
Yes.
Thrive in your uniqueness and thrive in growing that marriage.
Yes.
Yes. So you are unique. Your marriage is unique. and thrive in that uniqueness and make it work, make it grow.
Your way.
Your way.
Yes.
All right?
What makes you happy? The two of you happy.
In every marriage, there are desires.
Yes.
As a married couple, why don't you put your minds together and work towards those desires?
Yes.
So that when there is fruition of those desires, you are enjoying the two of you.
Yes.
You get? Yeah, so thrive in your uniqueness as a couple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. That's what's up.
This is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot
Cannot
actually.
be discussed in just one episode.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we had for today. This is episode 8 or 9?
9.
Yeah, this is episode 9
9
of
the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and this is Kibali and Kendi Conversations.
Yes.
And we hope you have enjoyed our episode today. We hope at least you have learned something.
Yes.
Our aim on this episode is impacting and transforming generations.
Yes.
Through God's word.
Yes.
And conversations.
Yes.
Such as this. And so we hope that you have a point or two that you can implement or borrow at least for your marriage, and maybe something that has changed your mind or something that has blessed your heart.
Yeah.
What you have learned from this episode, we'd love to hear from you. And so just go ahead and do that on the comment section. We will really appreciate. Yeah, so
babe, the last one.
Yes,
you're closing
yes,
this, but
yes.
I've remembered we've talked about challenges and forgot to tell people, you know what? After that time, please enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourselves.
Yeah.
You know, during that period, you know, it's as much as there are challenges here and there, that period of after wedding, honeymoon, it's called the honeymoon period.
Yeah.
Please enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
The two of you.
Right. Before
I think we're gonna talk about that.
Before kids come in, please enjoy.
Enjoy.
Please enjoy.
And I think that will be our next episode,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Life before and after kids.
Please.
Whew. Yeah. I totally agree. Enjoy your life, the two of you.
The two of
because
you.
life changes again after you have a child. Yeah.
All right.
So
that's the end of our conversation. Please do not forget to hit that subscription button. Like that video.
Yes.
You know, I know you are our tag team. Just press that like button.
Yeah.
So that we grow. Yep.
Together. Yeah. And so we appreciate you so much. Thank you for watching until the end of this video. And so God bless you. See you on the next one.
See you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.